of all, I have to thank all of you. I mean, this is a fantastic moment. It's the highlight of the year for sure for me. I want to thank the firefighter who came there and took my name and forced me to give my name and phone number. Also, I was totally out of breath and completely exhausted. And he looked like athletic, as if he could have done what I did with his left hand, but I was out of breath. And, I want to thank Kathy. Kathy was doing the emails. She's doing something real nice.
In HR.
Okay. And my family for coming from Seattle for over an hour to drive to see this wonderful moment. What happened on that day was actually, I had done something really stupid. I wanted to see if Puyallup River kayaking with my grandchildren is a good idea, and I wanted to test that myself first, and it wasn't. I was crashed into a tree, and the water was enormously strong. There was no way for me to paddle out, and after a while I gave up and I climbed out, but even climbing out of it onto that tree in really strong water was, I realized I wasn't 20 anymore. And completely exhausted, I went home, went to sleep, but the kayak was still in the water. And it's a piece of big plastic and it's a beautiful piece of nature. So I went back to try to get the kayak. And I was sitting on that tree again. I heard people behind me and they came up from upstream on floating device, a couple of people that had a lot of fun. And I yelled back and said, watch out for the tree, but to them happened the same as to me. They crashed into the tree, and from minute to minute, the situation got worse. In the first moments were something, they said something, hey, sorry, we're disturbing you, sir. And then a little later it was, can you hold my can? I can't get out here. And then it was, please help me get out. So two of the ladies I could get out relatively easy, but when we reached the third one, she had climbed onto that tree for quite some time. The water was very strong, and she was exhausted. And so by that time, there was another gentleman who climbed from the shore up on the tree, and we together tried to pull her out, each of one hand. And we got her up to here out of the water. The body had floated underneath the tree. The current had floated the body underneath the tree, and we couldn't do it. Head back under the water, I remember her face, wide open eyes, looking to me through the water, and it was clear we were losing the battle. So we couldn't pull her out. She would drown in the water, but there was no time left. The only idea was push the body underneath the tree, let the current carry the body through, hoping that it doesn't get tangled up, but the water was going through, and then catch her on the other side. And she said, will you catch me on the other side? And I didn't know if we could do that, but what else can you say? I said yes. And she let go, and she was gone. She was gone. Brown water rushing around us, nobody there, nothing. And then a second later, on the other side, you saw the hand coming up and grabbed the hand, and all went well. The two things I learned was this river, guys, this is a lot stronger than it looks like. And none of us had a life jacket. If we had, this would not have happened. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. I think everybody recognizes, especially those who've been in the business and may have been on the water rescue team at some point, he just described a classic strainer scenario, right? And to have the courage to think about pushing the person down underneath the tree or below the strainer and praying that it's going to get washed out, and then you can do the rescue or recovery there, that is almost textbook water rescue activity, to be honest with you. I do really appreciate the two things that you said, though, because we talk about this all the time in our community. That river, if you don't know, that river is a very powerful force, and for sure the idea of having a flotation device on all the time is really, really essential. So thank you for that. Well, Dr. Wolf, on behalf of the Central Pierce Fire and Rescue Board, we would like to present you with the Citizen Lifesaving Award. It's presented to you in recognition of exemplary conduct and decision. I have to finish that. in recognition of exemplary conduct and decisive action resulting in the saving of a life, many lives. And we appreciate you very much, and you're welcome back to participate in a rescue in our district anytime you want. And if for some reason you'd like to ride with our water rescue team, you're welcome to do that as well. So thank you, sir, very much. Really appreciate it.